They thought they could erase you. They thought they could silence you. They thought that the weight of the world, the crushing force of rejection, and the whispers of doubt would be enough to bury you, to make you vanish into the shadows of history, nameless and forgotten. But here you stand, not broken, not defeated. You stand alive, rising, a force they never anticipated, a storm that refuses to be calmed. Look around you. Look deep into your soul. You carry the marks of every battle, every trial. The wounds that cut deep into your flesh may not always show on the surface, but they are there, etched into your spirit. They thought they could erase you, didn't they? They thought that if they pushed you down far enough, silenced you long enough, you would simply fade away. The world has told you that your voice doesn't matter, that your presence is insignificant, that your dreams are too big, too impossible. The world told you to shrink, to settle, to accept the suffocating confines of mediocrity. They tried to bury you in the rubble of failure and doubt, but they underestimated one thing. They underestimated you. In the face of every failure, every rejection, every cold word whispered behind your back, you have fought, and now you are still here, standing tall. You are not a ghost. You are not the sum of your defeats. You are the sum of your resilience, of your refusal to be erased. And it is this refusal, this unyielding spirit, that has carried you through. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a stone, a nameless stone, lying forgotten on the ground, its surface untouched, unmarked by time, its potential locked away in silence. No one notices it. No one even sees it. But beneath the surface, beneath the cold, indifferent exterior, there is a force, a power, a truth that refuses to be buried forever. It waits, it watches, and it knows that one day it will be carved into something unshakable, unmovable, something eternal. That stone is you. They may have tried to forget you, tried to erase you, but just like that stone, your worth is there, waiting, building, growing stronger with each passing moment. The day will come when they will no longer be able to deny you. And when that day comes, your name will be carved in stone. Your presence will no longer be ignorable, your power unshakable. But for now, you are here, still standing, still breathing, still rising. And they are already starting to realize they have made a grave mistake. The pain you carry, can you feel it? The invisible weight that presses down on your chest. The bruises no one sees but you. It's the ghosts haunting your thoughts, the whispers of failure echoing through your mind, each one louder than the last. The world told you that you were nothing. They told you that your dreams were too big, too impossible, too ridiculous. They saw you as small, and because they couldn't see your worth, they thought they could dismiss you, push you aside, like an afterthought, like something that didn't matter. They tried to bury your voice beneath the weight of 1,000 unspoken words, words they never said to your face, but that crushed you all the same. You're not enough. You'll never make it. Just settle. Just accept it. These words, these lies, they have haunted you. They told you to be quiet, to conform, to shrink into the background. But what they didn't understand is that every moment of dismissal, every rejection, every no they threw your way didn't break you. It made you. Every time you were overlooked, underestimated, it was as if the universe was stacking more fuel onto the fire that burns inside you. You have been burned by their doubt, scorched by their rejection, but you didn't burn out. You became something else, something stronger. Can you picture it? A stone, weathered by time and pressure, beaten down by the forces that tried to destroy it. That stone is you. They think they can erase you, like the weather erodes stone, slowly, steadily, bit by bit. But what they fail to see is that the stone doesn't disappear, it only changes. The more it is worn down, the more it becomes something else. It becomes stronger. The cracks in your spirit, the wounds that others have inflicted upon you, those are the marks that tell your story. They have shaped you, yes, but they have not destroyed you. You are not the person they thought you were. You are the stone that refuses to crumble, the fire that refuses to go out. But inside, you struggle, don't you? You know you're meant for something more, something bigger, but you are torn. You hear the voices that tell you to give up, to stop fighting, to stay small. Those voices are relentless. You're just another dreamer, they say. You're no different from the rest. They whisper that your dreams are just fantasies, that you will never achieve what you've set out to do. But do you hear it? Do you hear the other voice, the voice deep within you, the one that has been there all along? It's the fire burning inside you, the one they could never extinguish, no matter how much they tried. It's the voice of your true self, the one that reminds you of your power, your potential, your purpose. You are at war, my friend. Not with them, not with the world. This battle, this struggle is with yourself. It is the conflict between your doubts and your dream, between what they say about you and what you know is true. You've been told you're not enough, but you know you are more. You've been told you can't make it, but you've already made it this far. You've been told to give up, but you've fought every single day to prove them wrong. You may feel like you're losing the battle. You may feel like the weight of everything is too much to bear, like the shadows are closing in around you. But hear me now. You have the weapons to win. You've always had them. Every bruise, every scar, every moment of pain has been preparing you for this moment. This is not the end. This is the beginning. You are stronger than they ever gave you credit for, more resilient than they could ever imagine, and you will rise because that fire inside you, it burns brighter than all the doubts, brighter than all the pain. There comes a moment in every battle, every struggle, where the darkness begins to feel suffocating, where the weight of all the doubt, pain, and rejection feels unbearable. You stand at the precipice of your own despair, staring into the void, wondering if it's all worth it. But then something shifts, something changes. It's that quiet spark in the middle of the dark. You feel it flicker, just a breath of light, a whisper that says, "I am not done, I will rise." This is the turning point. This is the moment where the ashes no longer suffocate you, but become the foundation of your rebirth. You've been knocked down. Yes, you've been crushed, broken, and bent to the ground. But it's from this very ground, from the very rubble that tried to bury you, that you will rise. You may not see it yet, but inside you is the strength, the power, the resolve to stand again, stronger than before. It's the moment you realize you are not the mistakes you've made. You are not the failures you've endured. You are the strength you've yet to fully unleash. You've been walking through the storm, waiting for the clouds to part. But understand this, the storm wasn't sent to destroy you. It was sent to show you what you are made of. Every drop of rain, every gust of wind, every flash of lightning was a reminder that you are unbreakable. And now, after the storm, you will emerge, not as a victim of the chaos, but as a warrior forged in its fire. The storm has passed, and the sky? It is clear now, and the sun is rising. It may seem small at first, just a flicker of light on the horizon, but that light will grow. You will rise, one step at a time, until the world cannot ignore you. It's in the stillness that you begin to hear the truth that has been there all along. You are not your circumstances. You are not the mistakes you've made. You are not the failures, the rejections, or the voices that tried to define you. You are the architect of your own destiny. Every moment of pain, every setback, every scar, it has all been shaping you, teaching you, refining you for this moment. You may have been knocked down, but you are not down forever. You've been in the dark, but now you are beginning to see the light. You may have doubted yourself. You may have looked in the mirror and seen only flaws, only scars, only failure. But now, you begin to see what others failed to see. You begin to see your potential. Every obstacle, every setback has been a building block, an essential part of your journey. The pain has not broken you. It has forged you. The rejections, they have hardened your resolve. The failures, they have shown you where your strength lies. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are the one who holds the pen to your own story. You are the one who decides where this journey goes. Every step forward is a step toward your own greatness. The hero within you is awakening, and you are realizing, with every breath, that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. The world can no longer hold you back, because you are becoming the person they never believed you could be. You are becoming the person you were always meant to be, and with every step, the path to your destiny becomes clearer, brighter, and more certain. You stand at the edge of the battlefield now. The fight has come. The battle you've been preparing for has arrived, and it's not with the world around you. No, the real battle is with what's been lurking inside you all along. The villain is not some faceless enemy. It is fear. It is doubt. It is those who tried to hold you back, to suppress your fire, to tell you that you are not worthy of your dreams. They are the ones who whispered that you couldn't make it, that you were too weak, too small, too broken to succeed. These forces, they tried to erase you, to crush you under the weight of their expectations and limitations. But they didn't realize you have been forging your weapons all along. Every defeat you've faced has become a weapon in your hand. Every scar, every bruise, those are your armor. They tried to break you. They tried to steal your power. But each time they struck you down, you rose stronger. You were tested in ways you couldn't have imagined. The darkness seemed endless, didn't it? You questioned your worth. You wondered if you had the strength to keep fighting. But it was in that very testing, in the crucible of adversity, that you were made. You were tempered like steel, hardened by the fire, shaped by every challenge you faced. The world may have tried to break you, but it only made you stronger. And now you stand, no longer the victim, no longer the one who hides in the shadows. You are the warrior, and the battlefield is yours. The enemy, they don't stand a chance, because you know something they don't. You are not afraid anymore. You are not afraid of failure. You are not afraid of the unknown. You are not afraid of the voices that tried to hold you back. You have been tested, and you have emerged unbreakable. It's time to face the real enemy, the one that's been hiding all along, the one that's been pulling the strings in the dark, whispering lies in your ears. The true enemy is the illusion of limitation, the false belief that there are boundaries you cannot cross, that there are walls you cannot climb, that there are dreams you cannot achieve. They told you that you were too much, too different, that you didn't belong in the world of greatness. They told you that you would never make it, that your dreams were too big to ever become reality. But you know the truth now, don't you? The only thing that can truly erase you, the only thing that can destroy everything you've built is your own refusal to rise. The only thing standing in your way is the belief that you are too small to make a difference. But you know now that you are not small. You are not weak. You are a force, a storm, an unstoppable tide of power. The lies they told you, the doubts they planted in your mind, they are nothing but shadow, and shadows cannot stop the light. You are no longer confined by their expectations. You are no longer held back by the chains they tried to place on you. You have shattered those chains, broken free from their grip, and now you are standing in your power, fighting with everything you have, because you know that the true enemy was never the world around you. It was always the lies you believed about yourself. And now you are ready to destroy those lies. You are ready to break free from every limitation they ever put on you. And when you do, nothing will be able to stop you. And now, here it is, the moment you've been waiting for, the moment you've earned. The battle is over, the struggle behind you, and you are no longer a nameless face, lost in the crowd. No, your name is no longer erased, no longer buried beneath the weight of their doubt. Your name is now etched in stone, carved into the very foundation of the world. It is no longer something that can be erased, ignored, or forgotten. It is permanent. It is eternal. It is unmovable. Picture it, you standing before a great stone, and with every breath, every strike of your hand, You begin to carve your name into its surface. Each strike is a symbol of everything you've overcome. The failures, the doubts, the pain, the moments when you felt like giving up, but you didn't. You kept going. With each strike, you are not just chiseling into the stone, you are chiseling into history. And when your name is finally set in that stone, the world will see it. They will no longer be able to deny your power, your presence, your legacy. It will stand the test of time. They tried to erase you. They tried to bury your name. But now, it's carved in stone, eternal, unmovable. Your name is no longer just a whisper in the wind. It is a declaration, a testament. It is a reminder to everyone who ever doubted you, who ever tried to silence you, that you were never meant to be forgotten. You were always meant to be a force, a beacon, a symbol of resilience. Look at yourself now. Look at everything you've endured. Can you see it? Can you see the strength that was forged in the fire of your struggle? The scars that once seemed like weaknesses are now badges of honor, proof of the journey you've walked and the battles you've won. You are not a fleeting shadow in the night. You are the dawn breaking through the darkness, the light that no storm can extinguish. You are not just a survivor. You are a warrior. You are a legend in the making, and your story will echo through time. You are the monument you are building. With every decision, every act of courage, every moment of self-belief, you are constructing a legacy that cannot be erased. You have created something unbreakable, something eternal, and that is your true triumph. You are no longer defined by your past struggles. You are now defined by the strength, the courage, and the legacy that you've built. And as your name is carved into stone, you know this: the world will never forget you. Do you understand now the power of your rise? Do you see what you've become and what that will mean for those who come after you? Your strength isn't just for you. It wasn't just to heal your wounds or to prove the world wrong. It's bigger than that. It echoes through time. Your courage, your resilience, the way you've stood tall against every storm, it sends ripples through the universe, igniting a fire in others. You are the spark that lights the flame in others, the one who shows them that they, too, can rise. You are the one who will be remembered when others are still wondering if they have the strength to move forward. Imagine a world where your story becomes a catalyst, where others look at what you've done, at what you've overcome, and find the courage to fight for their own dreams. Imagine a world where every challenge you faced, every barrier you broke, inspires someone else to take the first step towards their own greatness. You are not just living for yourself anymore. You are living for everyone who will walk the same path you walked. Your legacy will live on in the hearts of those who follow your example. You will be the one they look to when they wonder if they can keep going. You will be the proof that they, too, can carve their name into stone. You have done it. You have risen above it all, and the world is watching. They tried to erase you. They tried to bury your name, to silence your voice, to make you feel insignificant, but now your name is carved in stone. It is unmovable. It is permanent, and nothing can erase what you've become. You are no longer a shadow, a forgotten face, a name lost to time. You are a legacy. You are a force that cannot be stopped. Now is the time to claim what is rightfully yours. The world can no longer ignore you. You have earned your place. You have earned the right to stand tall, to walk boldly into the future, knowing that the world will know your name. No more hiding. No more shrinking. It's your time now. The world is yours for the taking. You are not just a survivor. You are a legend in the making. And no one, nothing, can ever erase you again.